It's all coming down to this. Darren the Gorilla Till has a showdown with Israel the Last Stylebender Adesanya. These two top UFC competitors are about to make history with an insane matchup. Both are fierce competitors. Both are strong middleweight contenders. They have everything to lose and everything to gain. We know the fans are split on how this match will go, but what do the experts think? Let's get into just how the middleweight matchup of the year might go down. Weights, rankings, and styles. Before we can adequately suggest any match plan, we have to know just what these two legendary fighters are like. Both are veteran fighters with years of competition under their belts, but they aren't equal in terms of experience. Israel Adesanya hails from New Zealand and Nigeria. He's the current middleweight champion for the UFC, which makes him obviously higher ranked than the Gorilla. In the world, he's ranked as number 3 pound for pound, and he's known as one of the best strikers ever to step foot in the octagon. Any fighter who knows this Kiwi knows you have to be crazy to fight him. In his UFC career, Adesanya has only lost once. In over 20 fights, 15 of his matches ended when he knocked his opponent unconscious. He's never won by submission, which is a telling fact that he isn't a grappler. If there's anything that might help a fighter going against Adesanya, it might be trying to close the distance between them and grappling rather than brawling. Adesanya's kicks, punches, elbows, and knees are killer. Range is his game, and nobody so far has been able to challenge him on this playing field. We'll have to wait and see if Till can do that. Darren Till comes from Liverpool, England, where he's been training since the age of 12. Till doesn't have quite as good a record as Adesanya, but he still has an insanely good track record. Out of 22 matches, Till has won 18, 10 by knockout, 2 by submission. Still, most of Till's wins have been due to decision, meaning he's one hardy dude who can outlast his opponents when push comes to shove. Earlier in his career, Till fought as a welterweight, so he's used to moving faster than middleweights. The Gorilla almost became the welterweight champion of the world in 2018, but lost to Tyron Woodley via Darce choke. After the move to middleweight, Till lost one and won one. This beaten but never down fighter is now looking for a title of his own, but he'll have to get through Adesanya to claim it. As far as weight goes, both are sitting at a nice but strong 185 pounds. For reach, Adesanya, 6'4", has a huge 3-inch advantage over Till, who measures at 6'1". That's just another reason Till's going to need to be careful about where he puts himself in this fight. Till's reach is almost 75 inches, while Adesanya has a full 80 inches of reach. In a game like UFC, reach can make or break a fighter's chances. Both fighters are more strikers than grapplers, although both can grapple. Adesanya has not only UFC experience, but also professional boxing and kickboxing experience. He also has a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Till also has a purple belt in Luta Livre Esportiva. He's known mainly as a Muay Thai and kickboxer. He's a tough and able fighter. What Israel Adesanya has to say. UFC fighters aren't known for respectful pre- or post-match talk, but Israel Adesanya doesn't play by the normal smack rules outside of the octagon. After Till's last match in summer of 2021, Adesanya tweeted his potential opponent with words of encouragement. Adesanya said, "I still want to fight one day. His striking is beautiful. Stay up, Darren." This type of encouragement is rare and really touching. Adesanya obviously has huge respect for other competitors, and given his outstanding record in the octagon, maybe respect helps a fighter stay humble and focus on the task at hand. In an interview, Adesanya encouraged Till in a more colloquial way. He told reporters that no fighter excites him as much as Till. Adesanya said, "He's got to win, man. He's got to get his crap together and keep winning. Till, come on, Scorser." Number 3. What Darren Till has to say. Till has a bit more to worry about than Adesanya. He lost his last fight at Fight Island. The 27-year-old has suffered a knee injury from that last fight. Still, the Gorilla isn't about to give up his shot of getting the middleweight championship belt. Till reportedly said, "Give me a bit of time. I'll come back and knock someone out, and then we'll fight. I'm still at the top." Some people may speculate that Till must say things like this or he'll be out of a job. Still, fighters are extremely confident people. You need to be brave to step into the octagon. You also need to believe in yourself. Till isn't smack-talking either, and remains humble at the chance to fight the middleweight champion. When speaking about his knee injury and his loss at Fight Island, Till said, "I'm not the type of guy to make excuses." Apparently during the fight, Till's opponent, Rob Whittaker, knee-stomped him, a controversial move which can severely injure or at least hurt a fighter. For most of the fight, Till was dealing with excruciating pain while outwardly not showing any signs of discomfort. Full of optimism for the future of his career, Till said he'll have a bit of surgery and then he'll be back out there doing plenty of fights. He said, "I'm one of the top guys in this organization, and I'm going to continue to be. What Bisping has to say. Despite Till's last matches being mainly losses, Till is probably going up against Adesanya in the not-so-distant future. This is what an expert has to say about how the match might go. UFC legend Michael Bisping said even though Till has had some obvious mistakes in the past, such as leading with his chin and letting himself be exposed to counters, Till has made improvements. Bisping said it really could be anyone's match, although others point to Adesanya as the obvious favorite. Derek Brunson versus Darren Till. These two will go head-to-head within the next couple of days. They're both veteran fighters, and so this one will be a doozy. For Till, the Brunson matchup isn't just about the fight itself, but also about whether or not he will face Adesanya in the coming months. If Till wins, a Till versus Adesanya matchup is almost certainly guaranteed. If Brunson wins, it's extremely unlikely the two will face off before 2023. It's important to say that it ain't easy to get the championship belt. It's also not easy to get to a championship match. So here's a little background. Who is Adesanya? Adesanya has not had the traditional career path in UFC. In his early life, Adesanya practiced Taekwondo, although he was shortly taken out of it by his mother due to an injury. During high school years, Adesanya did not practice martial arts. In fact, in an interview, he said he was a bit of a nerd who liked anime more than sports. That's probably why he's known as the Last Stylebender, a reference to the anime show Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's also important to note that Adesanya is a first-generation immigrant from Nigeria in New Zealand. Being interested in anime and being black in a majority-white country, he was bullied throughout much of high school. Still, it's hard to imagine anyone wanting to bully the middleweight champion of the world. It was only after high school that Adesanya really got into martial arts, which is really unusual for a professional fighter. He first practiced kickboxing and boxing. He has a really long career of fights in professional kickboxing, mainly based in Eastern Asia. When Adesanya joined UFC in 2017, he already had a strong reputation as one of the best fighters in the world, but no one could have predicted that Adesanya just wouldn't lose a fight until 2021. Adesanya moved up a weight class in a bout to take the light heavyweight championship crown from Jan Blachowicz. This marked the first loss Adesanya ever experienced in the UFC. Who is Darren Till? Growing up in Liverpool, England, Till was known for getting into scraps and causing trouble at school. At the age of 12, he started training in Muay Thai, and by age 14, he dropped out of secondary school to pursue training full-time. He was kicked out of his mother's house quite young, and so would sleep at the gym or friends' houses. In 2012, Till almost died after being stabbed by a group of men after a party. To avoid more horrible incidents like this, Till moved to Brazil to train with Astra Fight Team. In 2015, Till started fighting with the UFC. He started out with a bang, knocking out Wendell de Oliveira Marquez. From then on, Till was on a hot winning streak. He moved up and faced Woodley for the welterweight championship belt. Unfortunately, the belt wasn't in the cards for Till. Instead, he would move to middleweight and start fighting all over again. Both of these veterans have vastly different stories and backgrounds, and yet everyone is equal in the octagon. They'll duke it out with respect to a crowd of thousands. No one really knows who will win, but knowing these two tough strikers, it'll be a matchup no one will want to miss. Who do you think will win, Till or Adesanya? Leave a comment below and follow us for more UFC fight updates. Thanks for watching.